This is Matt from MGMT Boston. On this episode of Lantern, we are downtown on Tremont Street, right off the Common, with Greg Lord, the CEO of DealRoom. Excited to be here, Greg.
Excited to have you, Matt.
What are you and your team building at DealRoom?
So DealRoom, we are the M&A software platform for buyer-led M&A. A lot of jargon in there. What does that mean? So as you step back and think about M&A, there's two sides. There's the buy side and there's the sell side. The sell side is largely driven by bankers. That side has been served with software solutions for decades. The buy side, which is corporate development teams and also PE firms, widely underserved. You think about M&A, it's one of the most mission critical and highly cross-functional things a business does, yet the tools available to support those teams are non-existent. Marketing teams, sales teams, engineering teams, finance teams, HR teams, there's a plethora of SaaS tools they can go pick through to help those teams do their jobs better. Corporate development teams have never had those tools. That's what we're building, is the tool that enable corporate development teams to do M&A transactions more efficiently and, most importantly, drive the outcome for the business that they set out to achieve by doing M&A in the first place.
And deal sizes are getting bigger, companies are getting more acquisitive, the sort of whole market of M&A is growing.
That's right.
So as we think about 2026 and what you and your team are focused on, with you stepping into the CEO role, what's happening at DealRoom?
First of all, we are committed to building the next iconic tech company in Boston, all in on Boston. And for me, the thing that separates good companies from great companies in the world of technology is the product. So we are not doubling, we are tripling down on our investments in product to deliver the absolute most world-class technology solutions for deal makers across the spectrum of M&A. And so we're going to be deepening our investment in the existing product area, expanding into some new areas. And for me, this is the thing that really, in a world of AI, the thing that separates the companies that are going to thrive are the ones that really deeply understand their customers, the problems they're trying to solve, and deliver technology solutions that solve those problems in the most simple, elegant way possible. That's what we're focused on here at DealRoom.
And you just moved into a great new office on Winter Street. It looks awesome, and there's plenty of room to expand, which we love. Now, what have you learned stepping into this role, both from a market perspective, team building perspective, that you would pass back to other aspiring CEOs about sort of what it takes to meet this moment?
You know, I think we probably need a couple hours to really unpack that. That's a whole separate workshop. Honestly, there is a lot. And I think for me, I think about this through the lens of I get asked a lot. I have middle school age kids. People ask me a lot. They're like, gosh, in a world of AI, as the labor market is evolving, people ask me like, what are you guiding your kids to do? And I think about that in terms of how I'm helping to lead the business here as well. And so for me, there's a couple things. One is I think it is going to be increasingly important for all knowledge workers to be AI native in terms of how they think about how they do their jobs. We are transitioning at DealRoom from a mode that we have been in historically, which was a bit of a choose your own adventure with AI, to a more prescriptive approach of really trying to standardize the job to be done that we focus on with leveraging AI and the tools, the AI tools we use to get more leverage across the business. We want to transition from being a world where we're unlocking individual productivity into a world where we're unlocking team and organizational wide productivity. So I think the first thing I think about in terms of what I've learned is just the importance of being AI native and being really fluent in how to use these tools. The second, which may seem counter to the first, but I think is very complementary, is I think the importance of people skills has never mattered more now. People ask me a lot, they're like, what are your kids going to study in college? Are they even going to go to college? I want my kids to go to college, and I want them to study the humanities and the arts. I want them to really understand the history of civilization and what makes people tick, because I think that combination of being AI native and having a really good command over the idiosyncrasies of what we are as human animals is going to be more important than ever. And so I think as a leader of a business, that's a lot of what we talk about here at DealRoom as well. It's why we're in the office 3 days a week, because we believe so much in that in-person connection and the magic that happens when you get people together working hard to solve problems for our customers.
I think that's a great insight for all leaders. And last, how can we help DealRoom? What can we do to help your team grow here in Boston and far beyond?
Well, I think there's two things. So the first is certainly talent. We're hiring across the board: sales, marketing, CS, product, revenue operations, you name it. So if you're looking to join a dynamic, also bootstrapped, which is I think a really unique thing about DealRoom, a growing business in Boston, please check us out. We're looking for the best and brightest that want to come in and join us on the mission here. The second is that buyer-led M&A and the market we're serving is a nascent space. So if you are a business yourself, which is thinking about acquiring other businesses, if you know someone in your network who's acquiring other businesses, we can help. These teams are often lean and mean that are trying to do these acquisitions. We have great tools. We'd love to talk to anyone who's thinking about doing acquisitions because I think we can add a lot of value.
Watch out for DealRoom. This is Greg Lord, their CEO, Matt from MGMT Boston, and this episode of Lantern. Greg, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for being here, Matt. Appreciate it.